Hi guys, welcome back to another Star Wars figure review. Next video we're going to take a look at one of the figures from Attack of the Clones in the Black Series line. And this figure is sort of a reissue of one that was originally released in the Black Series, but there are a lot of differences between this one and the original counterpart. And the figure in question is the Phase 1 Clone Trooper, so the Attack of the Clones versions. Now, before we look at him, we'll take a look at the packaging this one comes in. As you can see, it's Attack of the Clones themed this time around. It's only one of these that I have so far, and that's of course got the red banner for the name of the Clone Trooper and the episode, with the picture on the side here showing the mural characters that we get there. There's of course the clone that was released beforehand in the line, because this is number 2 in the Attack of the Clones line. The number 1 was, I think it was a sergeant, Clone Trooper sergeant or something like that, one with the markings on. So that one's ahead of him on the line there. But aside from that, it's all great other packaging that we had before. It just really suits out being there, and I like the red tone that they've set on for this one. I'm hoping they use this red tone again for another episode. Maybe a darker red one for the Last Jedi. Cause they've got one for the Bad Batch, but I really think the Last Jedi, once they get to doing Black Series figures from this line from that episode, I think they'll go really well with this tone that they've got there. There's the description there, so if you want to pause the video and read that, you can once it's shown correctly there. But there's something you can read right there. But that image there of the Clone Trooper sort of in action just really suits the packaging well too. I really like that. They've done, Hasbro put effort into finding ways to use this. The artist on this as well really helped with this and how it goes. As said, number 2. So there's one more ahead of it. I just never got my hands on that one. I've only got this one. So that, yeah, but that's what we got there for the packaging. Just the same old Black Series packaging, where the bubbling card of course separate, but the whole thing's 100% recyclable. There's plenty to have from that. Now we look at the clone, and this is really well sculpted, because what they've done with this one is they didn't just reissue the original Phase 1 Clone Trooper they released back in the Black Series way back. They've actually released this in an updated version. So this is with updated articulation that we have for the modern figures. So there's none of the double jointed madness that they have in the arms or the legs. It's all just the regular ball joints that they have. But everything else to do with it is excellent. Like it really suits in a shelf of Clone Troopers that we have there. It really upscales the Clone Trooper nicely. So if you wanted like 2 different versions, this is probably you want to get anyway. Of course, they come with their DC-15s as they have. That's of course the one that I chose an arm him with on the shelf. I just think it suits him well, and we often see the Clone Troopers with these ones in Attack of the Clones. But we do also get the Carbine as well. Unfortunately, they didn't bother putting any weathering on these things. I think that would have been nice to show that they've been in action. But then again, the Battle of Geonosis is these clones' first appearances, so I think it does make a little bit more sense for it not to be weathered, seeing as all the guns and stuff are all brand new. It all suits well. But the entire figure itself just has a nice feel to it when it's standing here. Just showing it to you on the camera right now, I really like the look of it. Just already the way I'm just sort of displaying it right now just works. And he's a worthy figure of having. Like even if you have it, I'd say even if you do have the original clone, you should get this one anyway, because I think it suits out a collection well. He's very posable, because you could have him of course just in action, ready for action there like that, or you can have him sort of turned and ready to shoot, as he could be like that. Or there's even one way I had him doing that pose like this on the shelf, as though he's getting ready to get into action there. So there's a good different variations there. And there's one thing notable about these, that Hasbro have been doing this quite a bit with some of the clones and other figures that wear helmets. I believe they've done this with the Remnant Stormtrooper as well. Is under the camera there you go, under the helmet there you can see what is an unpainted white head that goes underneath the figure's head there. I've only got 2 figures that have this at the minute, but yeah, that's what we have. There is an unpainted white head underneath there. I believe this is just to experiment with the whole removable helmet thing, which they have implemented onto characters like from the Bad Batch and Bo-Katan. So I believe this was just sort of a test run down, just to see how it felt with the figure. And I do have one other figure that has this, and that being the Boba Fett. And I heard a report saying that the packaging bubble sort of warps it as it's in there, but it seems to have worked alright with the Phase 1 clone. It doesn't seem to have made too much of an effect with that one, so I'm guessing that was just with the Boba Fett. But I think that's just more with the ceiling around the bottom there, that sort of helps that stay down. But yeah, But as I said before, it really works for being part of a either Attack the Clones or even a Clone Wars diorama. So of course with some other Clone Wars figures we got coming out, Anakin, Obi-Wan, Echo, and I think it was a Jet Trooper was the other one. It would really fit in there nicely with what we have, and that's what this is going to be. Really nicely put together. I want to see them do a Phase 2 clone now with this, with the more modern look to it. I'll give you a rundown of the articulation. He has a ball jointed head, ball hinge shoulders and elbows. The butterfly arms effect aren't so much on this one. Yeah, because it's a full ball jointed elbow, so it doesn't go all the way around as the other ones do. But it does also manage to disguise the hinge part as well. Like they've done a good job with that. Ball jointed torso also on the figure. Ball hinged hips, swivel thighs, ball hinge knees again, changed from the double joint, and ball joint rocker at the ankle. So it's the bit of the downscaling with articulation, I believe that sort of is, but we have what we have there, and this clone trooper just works as a figure for what we have. So yeah, this one's it's another one of those Phase 1s that's just worth having in anybody's collection, and just the detail like gone from it. Like they've given it. Yeah, I like the idea with these ones that they've been given the sort of clean armor. It's like brand new, because of course they are wearing brand new armor. It's all clean, fresh off the production line on Camino, and they've been brought to Geonosis to fight. Got all the little markings on the back of the helmets as well, including that little red tip at the top, and everything else all down there really suits him well. Like I'd recommend buying one of these if you can. Even if you're an army builder or not, you should buy one of these and add it to your collections. I think it'll just really work for what you have. Yeah, let's just take a full look at that now. Like that helmet sculpt just looks nice, really nice, and capturing the Attack of the Clones aesthetic there. Sorry, my phone going off there, but there is plenty of what's available there with that, and the white armor, the reflective armor there. Just really, it suits the figure so well. I don't see much wrong with this. It fits in well if you've got a couple of a couple of other clones. It fits in well, or maybe a Jedi in fighting, or as I said, with the upcoming Clone Wars figure releases here in the UK. They've been released in the US. I've seen people in some of the groups I'm in post about them, but there isn't any here on these yet, so you just have to wait and see. There you go. But this is a Phase 1 clone, really well done, really well sculpted, really just an excellent piece to have. I'll leave a link in the description to where you can buy this guy as well, have him join your little armies. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed looking at the regular Phase 1 clone. I'll be back with some more reviews soon, but until then, drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it, leave a comment, subscribe, and my Facebook, Twitter and Instagram links are all down there in the description below. I'll see you next time.